Hey everyone, welcome to Smarktober here at Occupy Pro Wrestling. I'm Alex Smiley, enjoying the spooky season as we look at the crossroads of horror and professional wrestling. In our first movie review, I'll be looking at Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, a film that was released in November of 2014 that featured, well, pro wrestlers fighting zombies. The film was produced by Principalities of Darkness, distributed by Troma Entertainment, and written and directed by Cody Knotts. This film stars a who's who of wrestling stars, past and present. Roddy Piper, Matt Hardy, Kurt Angle, Shane Douglas, and Jim Duggans are names you'll recognize right away, I'm sure. But the film also has a couple names more familiar to fans of the indie scene in Pittsburgh and West Virginia, like Ashton Amherst and Facade. For the benefit of those who haven't seen the movie and aren't worried about spoilers from a movie that's almost a decade old, here's a brief plot synopsis. Shane Douglas pulls the ultimate heel move out of anger after finding out his girlfriend cheated on him, truly going to business for himself to start things off. Angus, played by Ashton Amherst, a man who's been on DVD covers I made back in 2014 and 2015, thank you very much, seeks revenge for Shane's heel move against his brother and through director-writer Cody Knotts himself, lures Douglas to a potential death trap by way of a wrestling show that takes place inside a prison. Well, included in the group heading to this wrestling show are Matt Hardy, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Rappy Roddy Piper, but they're not the only recognizable faces. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix and make him a zombie, because sure. Facade is also in this picture, and I am incredibly happy to have seen the guy wrestle at Joey Janela's LA Confidential back in 2018. Yeah, the one with Dave Arquette and Nick Cage. We do eventually reach that point where the pro wrestlers fight the zombies with wrestling moves. We then start losing wrestlers to the zombies, including Duggan, who gets left behind by Shane, and Facade, who gets a franchise promo cut on him by the man right before. If that promo doesn't remind the viewer that Douglas is still a heel in all this, the fact he admits to his now ex that he did what he did on purpose ought to do the trick. Speaking of doing the trick, Angus unleashes even more zombies as Shane, Roddy, and Roddy's lady of this film, Sarah, try to escape. Shane Douglas finally gets his comeuppance by way of a zombie horde, and I secretly pop for Angus, who gets revenge for his brother at long last. Roddy and Sarah finally fend off the zombies by destroying Patient Zero, a former nurse. Roddy then overpowers Angus, giving them the send-off he deserves. After all, even with the best of intentions, unleashing of horde of zombies is not a babyface move, brother. At the end of this day, this movie delivers on the promise of pro wrestlers fighting zombies, and is ultimately just a bit of fun, really. If you're not looking for too deep of a plot in your wrestling horror films, I'd recommend at least giving this a one-time shot. In terms of ratings, I give this film 3.5 Jacob Goodnights out of 5. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next chapter of Smarktober.